Hello, welcome. Alyssa here with a vlog for the beginning of May. I'm gonna try and actually split out my vlogs this month, so I'm not trying to cram a whole month in one video. So this one might be a little bit shorter. Of course, you'll know that. Watching it, you'll know exactly how long it is. I've been in a slump for the past month and a half or so, so all of my stuff in Notion is fairly out of date. The game grid is the last thing I finished up. Let's see if there's anything left to do here. I have grid multiplayer, which I have finished, and models for arena. I think I'll actually set models for arena as done because I do need some more models, but I want to separate the necessary models from the decorative ones because the decorative ones I can do later. And so I want to mark this one done. I'll make a new task for the decorative ones. I do still have grid selection and scene settings. I think I want to wait a little bit on those as well, so this milestone is just going to be kind of half finished. Well, a little more than half. It's 71.4% done, so good enough. The next thing I want to work on is the creature summoning system. There are a lot of pieces to this part. I have planned 3 different kinds of creatures for this first pass on the gameplay, and I have some design notes and some sketches for what kind of creatures they're going to be. Finalizing those designs should be the first step, and I think I have a task outside this milestone for that. Yep, creature concepts are in the concept art milestone. I might even work on that today, get it done with. A nice relaxing sketch session. After that, we'll need to make 3D models for each of the creatures, animate them, which will be tricky since they're not humanoid. I can't use some kind of pre-built tools. I'll need to create a base class so that they can be summoned to the board instead of the sphere and the cube that we have now standing in. I'm gonna just shift things around on this timeline to something that makes a little bit more sense. We are getting more and more smushed here, so the timeline is getting tighter to finish this within a year. I do have my 30-day art challenge as a yearly goal. I think I might plan to do that in June. I'll want to get some ideas in place so I'm not just going in blind, but planning now, I could get ready for that easy. So I have 2 milestones here, one for the creatures and one for the structures, but they'll probably end up sharing a system. They kind of do the same thing, the difference being that the structures won't move. They'll do what they do in place. All the code should be pretty similar though, so maybe I can make up some of my timeline here by combining some of that. Looking in here, I found that the grid multiplayer handles some things I had made tasks for in other milestones, so I can check these off. I think the enemies will probably use the same movement and action system as the creatures do, so I'm really going to be tackling a lot of the game with just a couple of systems, so I'll just have to keep all this in mind as I design it so I don't design something that can't be reused easily. But this flexibility could be what gets me back on track with my gear timeline. It's really not looking as bad as I was afraid it would look, so it's good to do check-ins like this, get an honest look at where you're at. After shuffling around my timelines here, what I want to try and get done this month is get my first creature model done, make a decent idle animation, maybe a walking animation, and as like a stretch, some kind of action animation. I do not have a ton of experience with animating, so that'll be challenging, but I'll see what I can get done. And then next I want to add the ability to summon this creature instead of the spheres. Make sure multiplayer still works for that. And then finally, if I have time at the end of the month, I want to get the creature actions sent over the server, so for multiplayer. So like if one moves on one, it'll move on the other one. And then tentatively right now, I'm planning for June to be my 30-day art challenge, so I can work on more creatures and more things in June. I'm feeling good about this plan. Hello, happy May. It's May already. Wow, this year is just going, going, going. There's a little bit of a green tint from the window in front of me because there's a big tree out there, so when the sun shines on it, that light is reflected in through my window, and it casts this kind of sickly green onto me. It's fine, we're gonna go with it. So, today is May 2nd, actually. I didn't do much yesterday. I did my stream, played some games, I watched some TV, and that's pretty much it. I did post my May plan with me, so that is up. I'm all prepared for May. The goal for this month is really just to get that healthy routine that I'm always searching for. Just work on getting like exercise, good food, taking care of my skin, that sort of stuff into a daily rhythm. It's probably something I'm going to be working on forever. I don't know that you ever win at daily routines. But my focus for May is to get these little things in place. It's actually about 1 p.m. right now. I spent most of the morning watching the end of the Looking for Alaska show, and now I'm playing a little bit of Final Fantasy while Tyler feeds Scribbles. It's important to keep things like quiet and calm while she's out of her cage, and then afterwards I'm going to do some cleaning. I'm going to get some things sorted out for the week, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll do some game development work today. Maybe. I need to just get going. I'm at kind of a point where I'm between tasks, and so figuring out what to work on next is like the obstacle to get through. But I have a little list of things I want to do today before I get to that. And so I'll show you that here. I need to fix my toilet flusher. It broke. Every time I want to flush the toilet, I have to open up the back of it and pull the string with my hand, which is terrible. I want to plan meals for the week. We're gonna have to get groceries soon, so I want to prepare for that. I want to do laundry, clean the litter box, order epoxy to fix my broken mug. I ordered some super glue and then found out that the super glue doesn't deal with dishwashers very well, so I would like it to still be dishwasher washable. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to exercise, meditate, do a face mask. My face has been pretty acne prone lately, as you have probably seen, and I'm thinking a face mask might help with that, like once a week or so. And then I'm going to recalibrate budgets. My budgets don't change that much month to month, but I just like to check in, make sure things are in a good place still. And then at the end here, I'll probably add like a game development task once I figure out what I want to do. But that's the plan. Wish me luck. This is the piece of my toilet that just broke clean off. Luckily they sell replacements. How are you doing today, Scribbles? You getting every scrap? Every little scrap? Is it all gone? Now what? Scribbles has her meals in the living room now, with one of the other cats loose so that they can meet and get to know each other. They're still pretty mean, hissing and whatnot. And it is just crazy how small she is in comparison to literally everything around her. I did end up finishing all 3 of the concepts for my creatures. They're very simple. I am not the strongest drawing type artist, but they get the point across. I did all of these on my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S20 Plus. with the pen that it comes with, using an app that I think is called Infinite Painter. Does that sound right? I'm too lazy to check. This week I did a treadmill workout or two, but mostly I've just been doing short walks to get my routine exercise in. I've just been so busy. I've also been trying to eat more protein, though that isn't officially part of the routine that I've set up for May. We found out Scribbles had worms, so we had a mobile vet come out to the house and examine her, get her some meds, and while they were here we had them put soft claws on her, little caps, so that when she swipes at us she doesn't do any damage. Hello, it's about 1 p.m. on Saturday, May 9th. It's Mother's Day. I got my mom a gift and I talked to her this morning. And then I played a couple hours of King of Retail, which is like, it's a really simple, like a little indie game, but it's really compelling for me. I like the gameplay a lot. I feel like progression has a good pace. I just really like it, and I'm always so happy to see indie games that are doing well, that like are well made and just like well received. It just makes my heart happy. So whew, I'm a little out of breath because I just came up the stairs and I'm still out of shape and I'm a little shaky. Sorry. Basically though, I don't want to waste my Sunday. Yesterday we had the mobile vet come by and that took up a good chunk of our day. And so today I want to get some game work done. Right now I'm working on like a test scene that will let me swap out gear and like hats and stuff for the characters and like change the colors, just so that whenever I add new gear I can make sure that it fits like all the different combinations. Like I could just cycle through and make sure everything looks right, there's no like clipping or anything. I want to add so I can like turn on and off various animations and make sure that it all just works seamlessly. So that's what I'm setting up right now, and then after this I'll just be able to sort of plug and play new 3D objects that I've made and just make sure that they work. I finished up my night getting that test scene for my game setup. It's working for skin and hair color for the player characters. Next I want to add hats, and while working I just had an old zip stream up. I have to be careful not to pick anything that requires too much focus while I'm working, and so a stream is nice because it's just kind of chatty and casual. I feel really good about this week. I feel like the routine I set out to establish is working, at least so far. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I just need to keep taking these little steps, keep choosing little things that I know are going to be good for me, and so far it's happening. It's also been really helpful to make progress on things that are more visible. Sometimes other tasks are more important, and that's just how the world is, but when I have something I can see and show off to people, it really gives me a boost in my mood and in my motivation. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, which helps me do more somethings. So that was the first week of May. Let's see if I can continue this trend and get another vlog out. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button. I'll be back soon, hopefully, with another video, and I hope to see you there. Bye bye.